to the plane. Then we set the sums equal to 0 because the objects or the particle is in equilibrium. So the forces acting in opposite direction must cancel out. In other words, we don't expect any force, any movement of the particle. So the resultant force is 0. Then we solve the equations to find the unknown forces. So that is what we do majorly. So let us look at an example. So we have particles 4 Newton, P Newton, and Q Newton. So the P is acting at 30 degrees to the horizontal or the x-axis. The 4 is acting 45 degrees to the x-axis. So when we begin resolving, we're saying the particle is in equilibrium. This means that the horizontal and vertical forces cancel out. So let us begin. So when we begin with the P, so it has the horizontal component, which is marked with the P, which is marked with blue. The trigon for some of us who have studied. So what will be the vertical component of P? Members?
Excuse me, teacher.
What is the vertical component of P?
Teacher, repeat the previous statements again. Your network was on and off.
It was on and off. One. So,
Pardon, sir?
where should I from? So there was someone who was asking about the statement. Where should I begin from?
This part where you were talking about is it the magnitude?
First, is on my
The magnitude.
and that you group. How if I not told her about the group? Just add her.
Hello, sir. You first part on this part. This part. Number 3 from this side.
Yes.
Number 3 from this side. First, repeat that statement.
Okay.
Yes. Meaning this part.
We seem to have an echo from. Okay, number 3 here.
Yes.
So yes, we are saying the sum of this the set the sum is equal to 0 because we are saying that the forces are in equilibrium. So we don't expect a resultant force to make the body move. So since we don't have a resultant force, so the two opposite forces are equal.
Mm.
So is it clear now?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
So when we come to this diagram here, this system of forces, so we have a force. Of P, 4 and Q. And then in this case, we are supposed to find P and Q.
Yes.
So what we do is, what we have to first do is to find the vertical component and the horizontal component of each force.
Mm.
Is that clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yes.
so when we begin with the P, so it has the horizontal, which is on the x-axis, and the vertical, which is on the y-axis.
Mm.
So when we borrow some knowledge from trigonometry,
Mm.
sine of the angle is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse, isn't it so?
Yes.
So meaning this opposite side here, so this one, which is the horizontal, is the adjacent, so it will be P cos of 30. Do we need to do it here to see how it comes to be P cos 30, or we are comfortable with it? We do.
First do. Yes.
Okay. So this is our 30 degrees, okay?
Yes.
This is the hypotenuse, which is P. Then we can call this, this one Y, and this one X, okay? So we say sine of the angle, sine
Opposite.
of 30 is equal to opposite, which is Y, divided by
Yes.
P, isn't it? So if we want to remain with this Y here, we are going to multiply P, and then we are also going to multiply here, okay?
Yes.
Yes. So this P and this P will cancel out. Then we remain with Y equaling to P sine of 30. Okay? So still when we go to cos, let me first rub off this. The cos of 30 would be equal to adjacent, which we said is x divided by P.
P.
Yes, so when we cross multiply, we shall remain with x equaling to P cos 30.
Yes.
I think it is now fine, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So we shall have P cos 30 and then P sine of 30. Then now we come to this 4, the 4 Newton force. So it will also have a horizontal component and a vertical component. So when we still do the same process, this low horizontal component will give us 4 cos of 45.
Yes.
And then the vertical will also give us 4 sine of 45.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, when we come to the Q has only is on y-axis, so it will not have a horizontal component.
Mm.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, when we resolve horizontally along the going to and using F equal to MA from Newton's second law of motion, for some of us who have already done motion, F is the resultant force, M is the mass, and A is acceleration. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So we choose a direction as positive and substitute in the values.
Yes.
So we are going to say P cos 35, P cos of 30, which is in the positive. Then we subtract 4 cos of 45.
Yes.
So yes. And then we see is in equilibrium, so we don't expect any acceleration. So when we get mass of the particle times 0 acceleration, so that is why we are equating it to
0.
To a what?
To 0.
Yes. So after that, we rearrange. So the P, we take one to the right hand side. So P cos 30 is equal to 4. When it crosses, it becomes positive. And after that, we are going to divide by cos of 30 to get the value of what? Of P. Are we there?
Yes.
Yes. So P is equal to 4 cos 45 divided by cos of 30. And finally, when we substitute in the calculator, P will give us 3.27 newtons. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that clear, members?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we continue. So when we continue, so we are now going to resolve vertically. So resolving vertically. So we have these components that are going up, the 4 sine 45 and the P sine of 30. Okay. So remember we said we begin by choosing the direction. So we are going to choose the positive direction. Okay. So that would mean we say the upper ones because they are in the upper in the positive side. So we add them.
Yes.
Okay. P sine 30 plus 4 sine 45 minus Q is equal to 0. So we are going to take the Q on the left hand side since to make it positive.
Yeah.
Then we substitute in the calculator because we already have the value of P as 3.27.
Yes.
So when we put our values in the calculator, we shall get 4.46. So those who have calculators nearby, we can input and see if that is the value we get. Anyone who having a calculator?
Yeah.
To just confirm?
Yes.
Okay. It is 4.46.
Yes.
Okay. So if the system was not in equilibrium, we would be equating to MA, and then we solve. But we shall also come to that one in the near future. So we can continue. So we now go to how you can solve problems of that. I think that one we had gone through. So there is another one here. So we are going to do the same processes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the P will have P cos 40, P sin 40. Then when we come to this 1 Newton, for it is along the y-axis, so it has the y-axis. So it means okay. So then we go to Q. So it also has the vertical and horizontal. So it is Q cos of 55.
Excuse me, sir.
Vertical it is Q sin 45 from trigonometry.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
First, explain for me here.
Yes, I'm hearing. Yeah, excuse me.
I'm
Yes.
saying first explain here how you get this one.
Where?
1 Newton.
Which one?
Meaning
1
where they
was
where you circle 1 Newton. Where you circle 1 Newton. Yes. Yes, Master.
Master, we can't get you. Oh.
Let me first request those who have their microphones on. Okay. Hello.
Okay. Yes, Master.
Master,
Can you hear me now? Even now?
we can't get you.
So maybe
We can hear you, but
maybe because of network, we can reschedule this meeting and have it on Monday.
At what time?
Because I've tried all options. I removed Airtel, then put in AfriCell. So all of them, then the network seems to be unstable.
So, colleagues, this lesson will be on Monday at 10 a.m. Okay?
okay,
Yes,
sir.
10 a.m.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.